Hi guys, now I'm gonna share something that I find cool, helpful. It's a hint. Well, actually, it's the universal psychological view, and actually, if you can do it, it will be extremely easy for you to get out of each and every situation alive, well, and kicking. Well, it's maybe not so easy for each and everyone to get to that point, but well, it's maybe in the blood, it's maybe in the spirit, maybe you're born with that, maybe it's a matter of well, other factors, how you're raised, etc., etc. I'm not sure about it. That I just had it. I'm not raised that way. I didn't. It wasn't written for me to be like that. I haven't. I didn't go by any book. It was just me, but well, I think it's maybe childish sometimes. And I mean, it's something that's psychologically speaking, um, well, in a manner, I think that's extremely well normal for maybe the kids and only those people that have actually understood how to maintain that and maybe restructure it so it could be useful when they get older than that young age I'm talking about. But it's about it's some kind of pride. It's to be full of yourself, like they said. Why are you that full of yourself? It's kind of selfish, but maybe not that kind of selfishness that is um, for the worse. That's bad for you, and it's not like the ego, but maybe it's some kind of ascended ego. Literally, because it's not that kind of ego that stops you from doing things, but that kind of ego that's always with you, and that is your teacher actually. Sometimes it helps and you need it, sometimes it's not good for you, but then you understand by the mistakes you make that it has been helpful at the end of the day, because you are learning things from that kind of stuff, no matter what the happening is. So I've had that with me since I was extremely young, maybe since my first years. I have memories from when I was before my second year actually. It was one and something, and I have some memories from that period. Actually, I was thinking, I'm not sure in what kind of language exactly what I was thinking, because I didn't have the possibility to express myself in the language of my parents, so it's not easy to say what exactly, how was I feeling or thinking exactly. I mean, it was a thought process, but it wasn't on the language that I could express myself. I was like put in the body, which in a life that I couldn't explain. It was like that. The feeling was like that. But I remember that I had been angry many times, and I wanted to say something, but I couldn't express myself. I was still months old, mm, before my first year, when I had memories, bad memories actually, when I wanted to scream, when I wanted to literally show that I'm angry and I'm not okay with. For example, when I was put underwater once, I was extremely, like, first months of my life Actually, I was like something like between 6 and 8 months. That's my first memory, very first memory. And then I have more complicated memories, and I remember my thoughts from a little bit later. But actually, it's not that's not that much important right now. I wanted to say it's kind of idea that actually to respect yourself and to love yourself is maybe the most important thing. And there are so many people that are trying to be selfless. I have tried that. It's okay. It's meditative. Literally, um, it's airy. It's some kind of you can feel the energy when you're feeling selfless. Part of the whole, part of the world, part of the universe. Yeah, it's cool, but actually, that kind of ascended ego, transcended ego, it's what can keep you intact always, no matter what happens, no matter where you are in life. You can keep on going just by that feeling. It's the psychological, well, it's a monument that cannot be broken. It's indestructible if you actually create it like that. If you can always be with yourself, with your ideas, with your ideal ideals, with your idols, with your well, so to say, with your flag, with your um, everything you believe in, and you know that you're the best thing for yourself. You know what you're doing. You know yourself. It's part of that story. You have to know yourself very, very precisely, so you know everything about yourself. You know, literally. I know sometimes a person have to have those others that are telling them what's wrong with them, because sometimes they feel wrong and they know that they need some help, but actually you can know very much about yourself, and some people are going on a different way than that. They're not trying to understand themselves, and it's you can do it if you try hard. Maybe not that hard. Even if you try, you'll probably get there, because it's you and you're the only one that can actually know yourself very well. I don't think there's a person that knows me better than me myself. And well, it's not even selfish. I haven't seen a guru. Actually, I've been here and there. I have spoken. I have been practicing with many gurus, and I have never seen a guru even tell me something like that. They have been advising me, and it was like we were equal from my very young age. No one has actually looked on me like a student, because I have never felt like a student in that teaching about the self. And I think it's one of the most important things. We can have different thoughts about that. We can have different mindsets, different patterns of action, of thinking, of everything, but still different habits, different lifestyles. Still, that could be part of you. And if you are most of us, most of the people actually are being taught to act like students all their lives, all the time they have been living. Each and every second, each and every moment, they are feeling like a child that has to be taught something, so he can act according to that thought, that teaching. Well, I never felt like that, and I never had a problem with myself. Not very much. Maybe lately I had, well, some argument with myself. I was considering going away. I'm not very much okay with, because it could be better for the others around me. And now I have returned to my life flow, to where I was, and I am feeling great because I know this time that I am right. I have had the right support from friends that actually supported me in a manner that was the best for me in that moment. I believe in that because, well, it wasn't that we were talking about something else. We were discussing topics, business, doesn't matter, different kinds of stuff. But I realized during that conversations that it's not one of them, it's some of my best friends, like 3 or 4 of them. Actually 4. It's precisely 4. Different conversation, one-on-one with each of them. Well, so we had that conversation. It was going like that. I realized that actually all that's going on is trying to tell me that I by myself and what I am, what I have always been, is the most important for me. It's no one else can change that. No one else can be a more important factor than myself. So I've decided that if I want to change, it will be for me and for myself only, and from that point for the others, but not before me, because if I change for the others, maybe I lose myself. Losing yourself could be the end of the road. It could be actually okay. It could be sometimes even lucky. In some moments for some people, but actually losing yourself would be the end of the road for you, because your existence can end literally. You can disappear as yourself and become someone else or something else. It doesn't have to be bad, it could be even better, but you may have to return one day. And I'm not sure how we will feel after years have passed and you haven't been yourself. Even if you're successful, for example, and there's a big chance that that won't happen, because being with your ideals, virtues, in what you believe in, that ideas, well, beyond your head, above you, always, being with your higher self, connecting to your God, connecting to your highest form, or that is connected to the universe. All that is. Well, it's kind of that simple. It's not extremely simple, but I think you get the idea. If you can satisfy it's not desires, it's your ideals, well then maybe that could be enough for you to grow and become the one and only that can actually change the world by somehow. And that change will make you a part of this world forever. You will actually live forever, literally. Your name will continue after you. Your ideals will continue after you, because they will be living, literally, in other people. You won't be dead, even if you die. And that's what matters in the end. And when you are alive, it's maybe one of the most important things, to be with yourself, to be with your ideals, with your ideas, with what you believe in, and never change that. If you want to change something, do it by yourself, not because of the others. The others are an important factor. They're your reflection always, and you need that in each and every period in your life. Maybe not each and every moment. You need time for yourself, with yourself, only with yourself. That's how meditation works actually, because it's those form of guided meditation, um, those gatherings where people meditate together. It's cool. Okay, I understand that, but you need to. The true form of meditation is to meditate with yourself, with your inner power, in your inner worlds. You can be in a room with other people. That's not problematic, not very much, but it would be even better if you are alone with yourself. You have to be strong in those moments and actually be able to feel happiness when you are with yourself only. And that's what makes a difference. At the end of the day, you learn so many things, you get along with yourselves, so you won't need very much more than that, and anything else will be possible then, because you can always, in that state, you can accomplish everything you want, everything you have ever wanted, because you're powerful in that state. And that's the universal pill. That's what I wanted to share now in this video. So, well, thank you very much, guys. Maybe question what I'm telling you, of course, and well, make it work in your language from your prism, because it's not the same for everyone. But I strongly advise you, think about that. Think about if I'm right or wrong about that, because I think I'm more right than wrong. And the truth is not in between, not really, not this time. This is an important stuff. If you don't know yourself, if you can't live with yourself, how can you actually live with the others? There are no others if there is no self. The self is important, and it's not only the ego. It's much more than that. So, thank you. Feel great, be great. Have a nice day, night, or whatsoever. See you guys.